In this video we are going to see how we can bind data to controls. There are quite a few ways to do this, and most of the forms that are built are dynamic in nature. So let's get started. I have a sheet named City Master and which has some of the cities and states in the United States and Canada. We are going to use this as sample data for our form. So we will show a drop-down in which the user can select the country, and depending upon the country we will get the states of that country in another dependent drop-down. And then depending upon the state selected we will show the details such as the postal code and capital of the state. So I will go back to the builder. Now I will go to the controls menu and search drop-down. I will name it select a country. Now let's bind this column to that drop-down. I have few options here. Either use static data, or a sheet, or use a formula. If I use the static data option, I will have to write down the names of the cities. And if I want to make one of these default, I can select this option and then save this. This is the simplest way to bind data to controls. If I preview this, we can see how this looks like. When I click here I see the two options that we had bound as static data. But to make this a bit more complex, I will add this value from the country column of my City Master sheet. So I will go to the sheet option this time, choose the City Master sheet and then select the column as country. If we preview this, what we will see is very different. Here the two values are repeating multiple times, and that is because we have those values multiple times in our sheet. So I will go back, again select the sheet option and then select the City Master sheet and then the country column. But this time I am going to add a filter here. And in this window I will select the Show Only Unique Values option, and then Insert. So we have a third option here which opens a formula box like we have here. And this is the formula that we have here, and when I save and validate I can see what is the output. Now let's preview and see how it has changed. We can see that now there are no multiple entries of the country names. Now let us add another drop-down. The interesting thing here is that depending on the value selected in this country drop-down, I want to populate this next drop-down. So if you again look at this sheet, I have these states mapped with the countries. Now I am going to add the states data to this drop-down, but I will use a filter so that the states will be shown based on the country selected. We can see select a country is the name of this first drop-down. I will go to option, then City Master sheet and then select name. And add a filter here. Here we have the name of the sheet to fetch the data from. And the column of that sheet which has the required data. Now I will configure the filter such that it will get me the states for which the country is equal to, and here we will select the unique name of the previous drop-down. We can also select here if we want the data to be sorted in a specific way. Next insert this. Here we can see the formula looks like this. Look up citymaster.name, that is the sheet.column where my sheet.column which is country is equal to this unique ID. And then save and validate. And I can see the success message. I can change the name of the header as well, to state. And now we will see how this works. We will again preview. Now we have two drop-downs. Let me select United States in this. We see that all the states in United States are populated here in this drop-down. I will go back to the first drop-down and select Canada this time. I can see all the states of Canada populated in this drop-down now. So we have a dependent drop-down configured in my form. Now moving forward we will try to display the capital as well as postal code depending upon the selected state. So I will add a label control, and give it the title, postal code. Now for the value I will select the subtitle option, then City Master and then postal. Then add a filter that name is equal to unique ID select state. Now let's add another field. We will duplicate this, change the title to capital. And we will directly edit the formula inside the formula box. We'll change this to capital. And save it. Now we will do a final preview. Select a country here. Next we will select a state. And we can see, the postal as well as the capital are displayed. Now if I go and change the country, and select a state, we again see the postal and capital for that combination. This is how you can bind data from a sheet to the controls. Thank you for watching. I hope this video will help you make better dynamic forms. For more videos visit our YouTube page.